In this episode of the Butt Chronicles, we take a look at Beavis and Butthead Episode 9, Baby Makes a 3.
Welcome to Industrial Industries World Radio's The Butt Chronicles.
You said welcome.
Oh God.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Butt Chronicles, your audio guide to everything Beavis and Butthead. And I'm your host, DJ Glowing Ice. And today we take a look at Beavis and Butthead Episode 9, Baby Makes a 3. It's the fourth episode of Season 2 of Beavis and Butthead, and it first aired on MTV on May 18th, 1993. So now let's check out what happens in Beavis and Butthead Episode 9 with Baby Makes a 3. The episode starts off in Beavis and Butthead's house. What we see first off is their TV displaying static. The sound of a woman moaning comes from its speaker. The boys laugh, and then Beavis walks up to the TV and hits the top of it. "Fix the picture, dude," says Butthead. "I'm trying," replies Beavis. Beavis hits the top of the TV with a baseball bat, which fixes the picture, bringing an image on the screen of a woman's face screaming. It zooms out to show that the woman is giving birth on a hospital bed as she's surrounded by two doctors and her husband. Then there's a close-up shot of the newborn baby covered in blood. From seeing this, it makes the boys disgusted, which makes them go, "Ew." Cut back to the TV. The husband leans into his wife and now mother of his child and says, "I love you so much, honey." Cut to Beavis and Butthead in the classroom, as we're looking from their perspective towards the front of the class. This is where we're introduced to Coach Bradley Buzzcut, who's serving at this point as a health teacher. Coach Bradley Buzzcut was in the military serving in the Marine Corps. He's now the short-tempered teacher for Beavis and Butthead at Highland High School. Coach Buzzcut addresses the class, saying, "Everybody thinks babies are cute. Cute! Well, they are not so damn cute when they are yours. I'll tell you that right now. Crapping and puking all over you. They cost a damn fortune to feed and clothe, and all they end up doing is making you miserable like you people are doing to your parents right now. It's time you teen pregnancy candidates know a thing or two about responsibility." Buzzcut then holds a bag of sugar up with a diaper attached to it and asks if they know what's in his hand. Butthead, sitting in the back of the class, says to Beavis, "Half his wife's butt." Ugh. Coach Buzzcut says that the bag of sugar is a baby, and that the class will be divided into male and female pairs to cooperate and take care of the bag of sugar for a week. The pairs of students will have to take this bag of sugar everywhere they go and treat it as if it's a real baby. Butthead raises his hand and says he can't do the assignment because he's dietetic. Buzzcut replies, "I'm sure you mean diabetic, Butthead, and you will do this assignment." Buzzcut says that everyone will have a journal, any missed login times, or damage to the bag of sugar, and they fail. Buzzcut points to the list of classmates who are assigned to be paired up with each other. The class rushes up to see the list. Buzzcut mentions that he paired Beavis and Butthead together as all the female classmates requested privately to him to not be paired with either of them. He goes on to mention how homosexual couples are adopting babies more and more, and that this would make the simulation more realistic. The class laughs, the bell rings, and Buzzcut reminds the class that in 1 week to bring back the sugar bags and their journals. We then cut to Beavis and Butthead outside as they're standing next to a lake. "I don't know how to take care of a baby." "What do you do?" asks Butthead. Beavis, wearing a harness with the bag of sugar tucked into it, says to give it a bath. Butthead grabs the bag of sugar and throws it into the lake. He then gets into the lake, moves the bag around underwater and says, "I'm gonna slap you around like a red-headed stepchild." The boys laugh, and Butthead then lifts the bag of sugar up from the water. With the bag now soggy and damaged, Butthead says, "Uh-oh." "You drowned it, dude," says Beavis. Butthead walks out of the lake and says, We'll never get to see it grow up, then drops it on the ground. The next week, we are back at Highland High School. Butthead is in Coach Buzzcut's class, standing up next to his desk, reading off of a piece of paper. He explains with regret that his sugar bag baby was stolen by gypsies in the night. Cut to Coach Buzzcut standing behind his teacher's desk as he says the boys fail more miserably than any student he's had the misfortune to teach. The boys look slightly upset that they failed. Next, we're in the parking lot of Highland High School, where we see a front view of Coach Buzzcut sitting in his car. His car's having engine problems, and Buzzcut says to himself, "What the hell? It was fine this morning." Cut to a side shot of Buzzcut's car as he sits and says, "Damn catalytic converter." The shot pans to the right, towards the end of his car, where we see a bag of sugar wrapped around the fill hole of his car's gas tank. His car then stops with the sound of a pop. And that's Beavis and Butthead Episode 9, Baby Makes a 3. Now, let's check out the music videos. First up, we have U2 with One. The video shows an out-of-focus shot of a buffalo running in black and white. "What's Bono's problem?" says Butthead. "Yeah, what's Boner's problem?" Beavis adds. "Whoa, that's a big dog," says Beavis. Butthead says, "That's a buffalo, dumbass." Beavis says that the video means something. Butthead adds, "Yeah, it means something stupid." Next is Aerosmith with Ragdoll. Butthead says, "He said back door," and then goes on to say, "This is the coolest video I've ever seen in my life." And Beavis, "I thought you were Daddy's little cutie." Next is Katrina and the Waves with Walking on Sunshine. Butthead says, "What the hell is this crap?" And then they change it. Next, we got Garth Brooks with The Thunder Rolls. Beavis says, "This sucks." Butthead calls Garth Brooks Curly from the Three Stooges and makes fun of his wailing style of country music singing. Kind of like a... He then goes on and says, "Whatever happened to country songs about whiskey drinking and butt kicking?" Beavis mentions how they should have Ice Cube come out and kick Garth Brooks. In the last video, we have 9 Inch Nails with Wish. Beavis asks what that noise is at the beginning of the song. The boys headbang to it, and seeing the cages in the video, Butthead says, "This is like a zoo where they keep cool people." Butthead asks Beavis if he has a 9 Inch Nail, and then laughs. That's your music videos. Now let's check out the fun facts. This episode marks the first appearance of Coach Buzzcut in the series. Some more background information on him is that he's a teacher at Highland High School, in which he handles health and sex education, physical education, and math class. Along with serving as a teacher, he coaches football, basketball, wrestling, and handles detention classes. Coach Buzzcut's real name is Bradley Buzzcut, and he has a background in the military serving in the United States Marine Corps. In this episode, he's wearing a light olive green collared shirt, a dark green necktie, and dark olive green pants. In later episodes, he's seen wearing blue sweatpants and a gray t-shirt with the word Coach in blue letters. His head is shaved except for the top that has an inch worth of hair standing up, and he loves to talk down to the students as if he's a drill instructor in the Marines. He especially enjoys disciplining Beavis and Butthead more than the other students. Mike Judge is the voice of Coach Bradley Buzzcut, and there you have it, that's Coach Buzzcut. This episode was released on the very rare and recalled The History of Beavis and Butthead DVD and VHS set. This episode is episode 4 of season 2 and is the 9th episode overall. And IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, gives episode 9, Baby Makes a 3, a 7.3 out of 10. And now, I'll give you my review. My relationship with this episode is I saw it as a kid. I loved this one. I remember it very, very clearly, especially with Buzzcut yelling at his car as the sugar bag is just going into the gas tank. Sugar's just being dumped into it. And as I watched a lot of these with my dad, I know for a fact that was a time when my dad laughed his ass off watching that. And the animation on this was a lot better. It's moving along, getting better and better with every episode. Well, not last episode, but it's still kind of hit and miss with this season. So I hear so many things here and there, and what things that I've read. Mike Judge, he didn't like season 1 for sure, and then even season 2, he still didn't like it. So, and that's kind of like why the History of Beavis and Butthead DVD and VHS set got recalled, because Mike Judge didn't like a lot of these early episodes being released. He just kind of just wanted to put them under the thing and just only put out the better episodes. But as all of us that love Beavis and Butthead, we want to see it all. It doesn't matter how crappy or bad they are. We want to see them all. So anyways, this episode is quite good for being a season 2 episode. How it looks and everything else. Coach Buzzcut, we see him in a different uniform and outfit than what we're used to. But, this is the episode that introduces Coach Buzzcut. So it's good. He's one of my favorite characters in the series. And it's a lot of funny moments. Butthead talking about how, I guess we'll never see it grow up. Just like all this stuff that seems a bit dark, when you really think about it. That's a good thing about Beavis and Butthead, is that, the boys are so dumb. It's almost lighthearted even when there's dark things happening in the episodes. So anyways, I'm going to give Beavis and Butthead episode 9, Baby Makes a 3, a 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, it's not excellent, but it's not bad. It's definitely a keeper you could watch again and again and, enjoy it. So there you go, guys. 7 out of 10, Beavis and Butthead, episode 9, Baby Makes a 3.